Hey folks, it's Guy here, how you doing? Welcome back to Car Mechanic Simulator 2018, right there. And as of the time of recording this one on a Monday afternoon, I cannot have the Plymouth DLC, which is about to come out. According to my Steam list, it's got 2 hours remaining, so I can't have that one this week. I will probably have it in here next week. Well, that doesn't necessarily mean that we'll be using it. So what I've been thinking about what we should do, because if you look here in the toolbox, we've got, various different perks and stuff, which are absolutely brilliant. But what we really want to do is we want to get this one right here, because this one expands the garage, adds the paint shop, and another lift to the garage. It's the paint shop that's important, because the paint shop will allow us to improve and repair. You can repair body parts there at level 35, but it's this one here with the paint shop that allows you to improve, I think it's the chassis of the vehicle itself. Anyway, regardless of which one it is, it's a long time before we get there. We got a lot of work to do in order to be able to unlock that and get all the way to level 30. Now, somebody suggested doing a lot more, spinning way too fast there, doing a lot of jobs from the phone would allow us to, let me just take a look at the phone actually. If we did a whole load of these, we could do like the story modes and stuff like that. It would allow us a chance. What's these caster, avalanche and cast? Oh, I see. Ooh, very shiny. Get us a lot more XP, and so we level up faster. But we're on level 13, and we've seen how long it's now taking us to level up. So I don't think I'm going to do it like that. So what my actual plan is, we're going to go to the main gate here in a minute. We're going to go to one of these barns. We've got 2 barns here on the list. We will go to one of these, and we'll get a vehicle from the barn. So let's just go to the barn, and I can continue talking while we're going. It cost you $100 to go there. Yes, I'm quite certain. So yeah, we're going to go to the barn at the beginning of an episode. We're going to get a vehicle, and we're going to bring it back. We may even get 2 vehicles if there's enough there for us. Once we've got the vehicle back, we will then get it up onto a stand, or if it's 2, we'll put one of them in parking, and we'll put it up onto a stand. And then that'll be it for that vehicle. That's what we'll do with it. And then we won't do anything else with that vehicle. But what we will do, so let me just have a look through the... Oh, hold to search. There we go. I think you can repair that one, but I'm not sure. Let's just take it anyway. See, all of these, I don't want to take them because we can't actually repair any of them. Which is a bit of an issue, as we can't repair cam gear, seat leather 2... Yeah, we get these, and then it costs us money. So I'm going to buy the seat leather too, and then we'll see. But yeah, we get these vehicles, we get one back to the shop, and then we can see about doing some jobs off of the phone for the rest of the episode. And then in next week's episode, we've got this one here that would then be able to be done up. This one actually looks quite nice. This is not like a vehicle that we've done so far. The first one we had wasn't very good, but this one here does actually look like a nice vehicle. So let's just take a look at this one. Buy car, overview mode. Check car information and collection price. Overview car parts using this mode. I see. So it's quite bad at the back. You can see some of these are in red. Okay. Buy car here. So upper suspension arm, 11%, 12%. I mean, obviously we'd want to do these all the way up to 100%. Some of these are almost at 100% anyway. I think you can go 95% or greater. So like those 2 there would be fine. Most of these we would end up replacing anyway. But I think really you want to go for 90%. The frame condition is 73%. That might be the bit that we'd struggle with. I think so. But yeah, we got a lot of stuff here, all the rocker arms and stuff inside the engine. It's going to take us a while to do this engine. We might actually be better off just trying to... It might be 2 episodes that we have to do this one up. But I'm going to go for it. We're going to go for it. We're going to take it. I want to buy this Salem Spectre Fastback for just about $21,000. Yes. I want to take that straight to the garage. Right, so that one we've got. I'm just going to take a look in the junk here and see if we've got anything here. That one there, Royal Crown headlight. Yeah, see, we can't upgrade any of these things. All these items that we're seeing here, we can't actually repair them. Timing cover. Yeah, 10%. I don't think we can repair it. Front shock absorber. I got a feeling we might be able to repair that one. I don't know. I'm not going to bother about it anyway. I think I've already looked at... Yes, I've already looked at that. So we've got seat 2, leather A, and we're going to go. If I go right-click, inventory, leave to garage. Right. Seat 2 leather A is going to cost us $97, and then the cam gear is $30. So I'm going to buy parts. $127. So that's the only ones that we got. So one was $97 and one was $30, wasn't it? You know, I honestly can't remember now. It said $137, didn't it? So that surely can't be right. I'm sure it was $97 and then $30 for the other one, or thereabouts. It's not going to be far out. And so there is our new vehicle, but we'll ignore that one for a minute. We go to inventory and we go to this one here. It's exactly what I paid for it. And that one there is exactly what I paid for it. So let me get rid of those a minute. And we're going to go over here to the table and see if we can repair either of them. I've no items to work with. Right. That was a waste of time. Ultimately, it ended up being a waste of time. So, no, I don't want to go there. I want to go like that, inventory, and I'll sell all. Yes. Right. So we've lost no money on it. So we do know that we've lost no money on it, at least. This one is going to move on to car lifter. We're going to move to car lifter B. There. Right. That one is there, is ready to go. I'm thinking that we will try in next week's episode to do a complete strip and rebuild of that vehicle, and we're not going to worry about it now. Today we're going to do some phone orders, because we haven't done phone orders for a little while, so we're going to try and do some of these. I kind of like to do that one just because it looks pretty cool. Strange noise from engine bay, loud when accelerating, repair damaged body panels. So something in the engine with that one, as well as some body panels. I don't think I can repair any body panels though. Let's go with we'll go with a story order. I'll just take the order a minute, and then we'll bring it in, and then we can take a look. We'll read it out. There it is. Okay, that thing looks a little bit wild. Okay, yeah, that does look a little bit dodgy. That does. Right. Anyway, let's take a look at it. We go to the car status. We have got a host of parts not discovered. Repair or replace body parts. So we want a front bumper, a left headlight, a front left fender, and a front license plate. That should be fairly simple. And then we want this. So, hello, I bought a brand new Olsen Club. It's a great car. In the ad, it said the car is great for off-roading, but I have an impression that driving an SUV on the sand dunes was not a good idea. Something is scraping, and I noticed a leak. Please do something about it. I need the car for an off-road trip with my friends this weekend. You really don't. You really don't want to be going on an off-road trip with your friends, okay? Mate, I can tell you right now, this is a bad idea. You don't seem to have got the knack for this. I've played Mud Runner, so I know all about off-roading now. And yeah, you don't want to be doing. You don't want to try it. Not with this vehicle. What you need is something like an old Russian missile transport vehicle. That's good for off-roading. Other than that, yeah, you really don't want to. You don't want to get involved with that sort of stuff. So front bumper, left headlight, front left fender, and front license plate. I can't actually repair these items because they're not here. I don't have them. I've just got to... Oh, it might be. It said repair or replace. And I think that's because I can't actually do anything with them. Let's not worry about those for a second. Let's get this thing up onto... That's the one that I'm looking for there, the lifter. We'll lift this one up into place. So it's doing some... What's it? It's doing some strange knocking stuff. There. Notice something is scraping, and I noticed a leak. Please do something about it. I'll tell you what, we don't actually want this one here. We want to move this one into our test. No oil in engine, cannot perform the action. Okay, so it's leaking all over the place, and we got a scraping noise. Well, I suspect that the scraping noise is coming from the suspension. So let's take a look in there before we do any more. Let's get onto this one. We'll take these tires off. Those have got to be one of the bits that's wrong with it, at least. There we go. That one can come out. It hasn't actually said. And look at this mess under here. I reckon that's most of it. That's going to be most of it in there. We've got a long list of things, so if we can whip all of this stuff off really quickly, take those brake pads out, then the brake disc there, and then that one. Nope, I can't take that one. I've got to remove that one in there. Then I can do the wheel hub bearing, and then you. Take you off like that. And the front axle knuckle cover, and then I got that one there, which is going to be an outer tie rod down there. I hope that main frame does... Let me just take a look. What's the overall body? Repair with minimal parts condition 100%. Oh, that's just great. Okay, there is some a much bigger list in here than I realized. This is actually going to take us a while. Right, upper suspension arm. Let's take that one out. But actually, a lot of this should be fairly simple. It's mostly all this on here, so I can remove that one down there. And then I want this front knuckle. That one can come off. No, I need to do that one there. So if I can do that rubber bushing. Nope. That sway bar there. Sway bar front end. That one's actually okay. There's nothing wrong with that one. Then I want this one here. Right, we'll have to lift it up higher, I think. Let me come out from that side. I'm going to just pop into the engine a second. We've got this piece over here. There doesn't seem to be very much wrong with the actual engine. The radiator itself, though, that one is important. It's 19%. Yeah, that one's got to come out. This stuff up here, that looks brand shiny new. So I can't see there's going to be a problem with any of that. So we'll go down onto this one here, and we'll take this tire off as well. And I don't think I mean, yes, we could have used all of the test gear that we've got, but I don't think we need to. I think that this one is fairly straightforward. Replace everything in the, basically, just bet everything in the entire engine. If we just do that, we're pretty much sorted. We've got front drive axle in there, come out, and then I've got a wheel hub bearing there, and then the front wheel hub. And the frame underneath the engine as well is also going to need to be done. I want the upper suspension arm there. Come out. It's probably going to have the bushings got to be done. The double wishbone suspension, or is that something else? I'm not quite sure. It might be something else. That one can't come off yet. Then I've got this here, which is the front drive axle. That one there is brand new. There's nothing wrong with that one. The engine oil has all leaked out, which we've got to replace. Okay, we've got some items at the back there as well, you can see. And as we've got to replace everything with 100%, I would say that any of these parts that are damaged, it's going to be fairly straightforward. So we'll take that one and that one off like that, and then I can remove the brake pads, and then... Oh no, brake disc first, and then solid rear axle. Take you out like that, and then take off the wheel hub, and then I've got this one here. We can go the rubber bushing on there. Take you out. That arm there. So I'm actually going to need to do... Oh, those underneath the vehicle. I can remove that one. And then the rear shock absorber. And the rear spring. Take that one off there. So this one here is taking a bit of damage as well. And I'll come over, and I want to do much the same over this side. Actually, I don't know if I got to remove... Do I need to? I don't think I even need to remove that wheel. I think I can leave the wheel on, and then it's not going to be in my way. Not going to cause me any problems. Right, I think I've done just about everything I can do without lifting it up higher. So we'll bring it round, and we'll whiz it up into the air. And while that is whizzing... Actually, we can't do it while it's whizzing. You've got to wait till it stops moving, and then we can take a look. We found a whole load of parts. There's still some not discovered, but we've got most of them now. Let's go to the back, and right. So I've got on the suspension here, I've got to do the U-bolts on here. So there's one, and then I got another one there. Take you off, and take the leaf spring plate, and then the solid axle arm. That one can all come off. The rest of that is looking pretty sweet over there. So let me go over to the muffler over there. That one's off. Down to you. And then we've got to start undoing these. So I'll take that U-bolt off. And then the leaf spring U-bolt there. So I'm going to need 4 of those taken off, aren't I? Yep, they're in bad. That leaf spring plate is fine. The axle there. I'll take that one there and the rubber bushing. You're out, and then the axle control arm. Right, so if I got all of those items out from that end, we're then back down to the front, and I want to go in here. So we've got the front axle there. Front suspension. I actually want to take those rubber bushings out, but we'll worry about that later on. So I'm going to take that one out over there, and then this one up here. That's out, and then the front steering knuckle. Front suspension cross member. I want that drive there. I've got these rubber bushings in here. I've got to come out. So I've got one on each corner for this. Got one there I can just see. Just creeping up over the side. Grab you. And zoom in on this one a little bit. I can take off the sway bar front end link there. And then I can remove the bottom suspension arm. Take that one out like that. Oh, there's one up there. There we go, front steering knuckle, and then I've still got a couple more rubber bushings on this bit underneath. If I go back over, I want to go over to this side. I see it. There we go. Just press on it like that and take that one out. Right, and then I can remove the front suspension cross member from underneath. Then we got to go back over to the drive axle. I got the steering rack, so I actually need to remove the inner tie rod on each side in order to get that one out. There we go, and then I can take the steering rack itself out. This one here, I need to remove the drive shaft, and then the front drive axle can come off. That, I think, is everything. We've got everything else out. I've taken out the radiator as well. That one was in. That one was done. Part not discovered. There's one part there not discovered, and one part down there not discovered. I got 2 parts not discovered. That's it. Just 2. I'm going to take this wheel off just in case it's something to do with this. It might be. You never know. There's always a distinct possibility that it could be this. So we'll remove that one. There. There was something you said about something leaking. So we do, I mean, we got to fill it up with oil. We know that much. So I'll take out that axle there. And then I will do the wheel hub. That one can come off. Right. That's as much as I did on the other side. So let me come off of this screen. And let's try this again. Let's go to car status. It's still saying 2 parts not discovered. Right. Let me go up to the engine itself. So here on the engine, I don't actually see anything wrong with it. It was making a funny noise, but I don't think we can say that it's anything to do with the engine there. It might be the air filter. That could always be the one that's causing it. Battery, again, it could be that. And if we're looking underneath, I don't see any problems under here. We do have a double exhaust system here, and I only took one of them off, so there's another one that's got to be put back on to be replaced. Let's go to car status. We got these body parts here, and then if I'm looking down through, I've got steering knuckles, radiator, rear shock absorber, rear muffler V8. But if I buy 2 rear muffler V8, is that going to be what I want to do for that? I'm going to try that. Let me just try buying 2 rear muffler V8 is what I want. As soon as it loads up. There we go. Right. Main shop. And I want rear muffler, and then it would be the V8. That one. I'm going to buy 2 of those. And I'm going to put them on now, and I'm going to see if that is anything to do with it. So I've still got just 1 up there, but it's still saying 1 down there. If I come back on here a minute, and I put 2 of these on, click on there, I need to go to part mount mode, and I go up there. So I've got rear muffler V8 there as 1 new one, and then I also go over here, and I go to that one, and I put that one on. So I've put 2 on where there was just 1, and then I take a look at car status. The top one is still there. There we go. Okay. So I got a part not discovered down here. There's going to be something else that is missing. It's probably something that is missing on the car, or was missing when we started. So I'm going to very quickly go through my list now, and I'm going to buy all of the replacement parts. I can't buy anything now. I need to look at what we've got. And this is the bit, once again, that really irritates me, because I can't actually do anything with them. Or I'll tell you what we will do. We will just use the spring puller a minute, and we will join parts, separate parts. I'm going to separate those out there, and I'm also going to go over to the wheel, and I'm going to separate these wheels here. Not those 2, it's these 2 here that I want to separate. So yes, I want to separate those, and then I can come back over here and I can grab the spring a minute. So take parts from it, and then I want to separate parts again and go for that one. Yes, and I don't know if this is going to sort of highlight any bits. So take those bits there, and then I want to go separate parts again. I've got a second one over here. It's just the rim, it's not the actual tire that's the problem. So I've only got to do the rim on it rather than the tire. So then I can come over to the spring puller and I can take those parts off of it. And I come back to this one and we'll take those bits. Right. Go back onto this one and we'll see it hasn't shown that one up. Right, so it did that when I took everything away, but it hasn't made any changes. So let me go and buy all the bits now, and then we can come back to it. I just thought, actually, before I go buying a load of stuff, I could just bring the stuff over to the bench and see if I can repair it first. So we'll do that. It's got to be 100%. Everything that I do has got to be 100% or it's not acceptable. That one got to like 98%. Decreased. 85. You failed to repair it. 69. You managed to repair the part. Right, these here, though, I don't think it really matters, because those are good items that we've already taken off. So I've repaired a couple of them, but not very many. So now I've got to go through. Actually, I need to now see which ones that we've actually repaired that I can use. So I've got to check this up now. Like that one there, that one failed, and I couldn't repair that. You know, I have no idea which bits I should be replacing and which bits I shouldn't. I got a feeling I'm going to end up double buying stuff anyway. I don't think we repaired very much. Looking down through this list, I think most of the stuff didn't end up getting repaired. That's a shame. I've bought some new stuff here. Right, now I've got to start buying. I need to get 2 of these. And then I just take a quick look in here. There is one last thing that I got to get. I've got everything else now. I just did the same method I normally do. Everything has been taken off. So I just went down through and I bought a replacement for everything on this list that I don't currently, that is under the desired condition, which seems to be a good way to do it. So if we just remove every single item between jobs, this is how we can do this. So I need Rim Modern 06 20 ET0. Now this is a difficult bit to remember. It's an absolute mouthful. So Rim Modern 06 and then 20 ET0. I think I can remember this. So if I go back through there, I'm terrible remembering stuff. This is the problem. So I want Rim Modern, like that. And it's got to be 06, which is that one. And then 20 and ET0. Right. No, I need 2 of those. Let's do that again. I only need to just do it like that, so we'll do that like that. There. So I've got both. That's everything now on the list. There should be absolutely everything. There's one item there that we've not discovered, and I'm really not sure where that is. However, I'm hoping it's to do with the bits that we got to replace on here. That is kind of my hope. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to lower the lift down, and I'm going to replace those bits first. So I'm going to go onto here, and I'm going to go to assemble mode like this. I'm going to put the front bumper back on there, and then I'm going to go front license plate, and I've got a new one here, which is Northern Outback Territory for Australia, and then this one here is actually neutral. There's nothing on it. So yeah, we've got the number plate on there. I've bought a new one. I don't know if I actually need a new number plate or not. We shall see. So then I want to go back to assemble mode again. I want to put the left headlight in I bought, and I want to put the front left fender on that I bought as well. Now those are in black. We can't do anything about that, unfortunately. But if I go to the car status now and I look on here, those 4 are done at least. We still don't have the part discovered though. That's a little bit of an issue. We'll worry about that later on. So let's lift this one back up, and we'll start from the back of the vehicle. There's nothing back there, although oil, we did have to put oil in the vehicle. That was one thing that we had to do. So it might be that we'll end up being okay. So if I go to part mount mode and I go onto there, I want that new one there to go on. And this one here might be, I suppose, a rubber bush somewhere, or is it the fuel pump up there? There is a fuel pump in there. I don't think it's the fuel pump or anything. I've looked around and I've seen everything. It does look pretty good, so I think we're going to be okay with it. And I go there for the rear shock absorber. That one's got to go back in. I got the rear spring can go on. There was a shock absorber cap to go on that as well. Right, and we got the leaf spring plate down there, plus these 2 U-bolts. One there to do up, and one there to do up. And we'll do that one as well. Now, I've got a feeling that if I don't mark the rubber bushing that I need to do, I'm going to end up putting the wrong one in. So I want to go to car status, and I'm just going to go down through, and I'm going to mark the... because I think it's just the rubber bushing that I want to worry about. Because if you get it the wrong way round, it actually comes up and it says that you've done it wrong. So leaf spring U-bolt there. Leaf spring U-bolt... I'm not really sure. We'll see. So anyway, I've got a rubber bushing there that I want to mark up. And that one's one that I've done. And then I've got a rubber bushing there that I want to mark up, which is on this side. There doesn't actually seem to be any other rubber bushing that needs to be done. It looks like that's the only ones that need replacing. That surprises me, actually. I thought that it would have been more than that. Right, so we can put the 100% ones in these, as these are the ones we've got to replace with 100%. That was the deal. We've got to do that. So we'll take that one in there and put that one in, and then I can go to the rear spring up there, take that one. There should be a... Let me just click on that one, and then I can go up, put the shock absorber cap on. Right, that's those bits done, and then I can come down here, and I can put this one. And this is the other rubber bushing that's got to go in, the other new one. That one can go in there, and then I can do that one up. Right. Oh, hang on, let's just do the leaf spring plate underneath here as well. So that one can go on. That one's not actually brand new. It's nearly new. I think it was one plate that I needed to replace. So I can actually look and see if the leaf spring plate has been replaced properly. So that's those two there. So then if I go to car status, there should be a leaf spring plate. We got leaf spring U-bolt there, another 2 U-bolts there. There's the plate, and the plate has been replaced. Okay, everything's okay on that. I come back round. I want to actually zoom out so I can go back round onto it here. Rear knuckle is fine. Wheel hub, put that one in. Solid drive axle. Oh yeah, because there's no bearing or anything that goes into it because we put this one on. So we can put those 2 back on there, and then brake disc. That one's in good enough condition. It's not perfect, but it's acceptable for the condition of this vehicle. And, oh, nope, there we go. Brake calipers. That one and that one is new. Yes, I want to put those together. Well, not brand new, just good enough condition. So we put the rim back on. These is actually 2 that was already joined together, and then I got 2 for the front that I want to replace. They're the ones that got damaged. So that's that bit. Now... is there anything else? I don't think there's anything else on this side. If I can just look at that one, I can then zoom down over onto this side. Right. Start putting these on. We got this drive axle on here. And do those 4 up. And then I've got the... That's it. There we go. Brake disc. And then the brake caliper. So that's... Oh, brake pads, sorry. And then the brake caliper. Oh, there we go. Brake caliper there, and the cylinder? Caliper cylinder. That would be better. That would be the one that we want. The caliper cylinder, not the calendar, or whatever it was I was trying to say. I'm not quite sure. And we can do those up there. Right. So that's that bit done at the back. That's all finished. And if I look in here, we still haven't got this part. There's a part that still needs to be discovered. I reckon it's oil. I'm certain that it's oil. That's what I'm going on. I'm going on the assumption that we've got to do the oil, and that is all it is. I'm actually going to lower this one down, and I'm going to go and I'm going to put the oil straight in the engine now. If I zoom in here, see, that one does actually look to be in good condition. So I'm going to leave it as it is at the moment. I'm going to go to the oil fill plug. No oil. Oh! Oil pan. Right. Let's go over and lift this one back up again. And it's the oil pan that we need. There we go. It's not much wonder it was making a noise. It was like that. Goodness me, look at this. This is brilliant. Okay, so we want to go to part mount mode there, and we want the oil pan V8. We have no items to work with. So if I go and press T, I want oil. I want to come out of the rim shop, and I want to go into the main shop. And then we want to go to oil pan, and it's the V8 one that I want, isn't it? Oil pan V8. Is that the one? Yes, it's definitely that one. $220 for that one, so we buy that, and then we can put that one on. There we go. And that is going to be the item. He did say the oil had drained out. It does seem a little bit peculiar that he would... How did he even get it here? I mean, to be fair, that's quite impressive, actually. The fact that he managed to get the thing here without any oil pan in it, I am impressed with that. I really am. And I don't know very much about cars. Even I know that that is not a good thing to do. You don't want to be driving your car around with no oil pan, no matter how expensive it was. It's yeah, well, it's probably an even worse idea to do it with a more expensive vehicle. So we'll put the front suspension cross member in there, and then I can start putting these rubber bushings back in. I'm not even going to look. I reckon it's already dealt with. The whole issue with just go onto there and then I want to go onto that. The one piece that we couldn't find, I reckon that's already dealt with. So I put that one in there, and I want to get another one over this side. If I go... No, I don't want to click on that. If I go up there we go. I can see the rubber bushing now. Get the next one in and put that one back in there. And then I got one more up the other end. If I go suspension cross member there. There it is. There we go. Rubber bushing. Put you in there. And do you up. Right. Front steering knuckle. That one can go on. We've got a new one of those. And then I got the outer tie rod. That's got to go on there. I'm starting to remember where all these bits go. I'm getting better at this. Bottom suspension arm. That one goes in there. And then we put the rubber bushings in there like that. Excellent. We can do that one up and that one up and that one up. That's perfectly done. The sway bar front end link. That one down there. And that one up there. The only thing that I haven't done is I haven't joined the new springs together. I can put those together. Yep. Join those together like that, and I'm going to have to go and put those springs together. It won't let me do it at the moment. It'll just say no items to work with. So if I come out of this mode a minute, and... Ooh, where's my workshop? There we go. We go over to here. I'm going to put a spring puller. I'm going to join the parts there, there, and there. Yes. And I also want to go onto the wheel. I want to install you onto that one. Yes. Right. While that is doing, we will just, double check. Yes, there it is, oil pan. That is the bit that was missing. That was the only bit that we needed to worry about. So let's take those, and we'll go join parts, you, and you. Yes, excellent. And take the bits off of there, and then I'll go and I will install the last one on there. Yes, and then I can take this one over here, and I can go to the wheel balancer. Got one there that I want to balance. And I can get the bits off the spring puller. I tell you what, we have got efficiency in this place down to a fine art. We are doing well with this. We just got that one to finish there. As soon as that one finishes, I can stick the final wheel on. If you hurry up, I can put the last wheel on, then I can go back to the car and do a bit more work, and we can whiz over and we can grab it. So there we go, wheel balancer take, and wheel balancer balance that one there. Yes. Okay, while that one works, we can run back over here onto the car and go to part mount mode like that. Front wheel hub. Okay, so we're going to put that one on there. I've got two springs now that I can install as well. That one is going to go in there. The double wishbone. How does this work? Why is it double wishbone? Oh, those are wishbone. I see, the suspension arms. They're called wishbones. I'm learning stuff. I'm actually learning stuff. It's like watching a chimp learn to use tools the first time, isn't it? I'm sure some of you are thinking that. I'm not really one for doing mechanical stuff. And so, yeah, there's bound to be at least a few of you thinking, yes, definitely like watching a chimp learn to use tools for the first time. What do I need now? The front drive axle, that one's got to go in there. We do that one up, and then the wheel can go on. Ideal, look at that. So there's one wheel that can go on. The other one is still on the balancer thingy majig over there. Thingy majig is actually the technical term, just in case you didn't know. It's the scientific name for the wheel balancing majig thingy over there. They've all got scientific names, these different machines, and it just so happens that I like to use the proper scientific name rather than any other names for them. It's just the way I am. Does anybody actually believe anything I've said in the last few minutes? Probably not, I'm guessing. So we got the double wishbone thingy majiggy on there, and then we got the front end sway bar that can go in as well. Do you up there, and then I got the upper suspension arm that can go in, and we put those on as well. Yes, there we go. Do you up and you on this side, and then you over there, and then I've got the front axle knuckle cover, followed by the front wheel hub. That one's got 3 bolts to do up, 3 nuts, I should say, to do up on the back, like that. And then we put in the brake disc ventilated. And the brake pads, yep, you can go on there. And then the brake caliper that can go on. And we put those two together. Do those two up like that. And then we come in here. There we go. Right, oh, and then we can do the front drive axle. That one's got to go on. Do that one up. I think that's everything except that I don't have the wheel. So let's go and grab the wheel from the machiney diggy over here. And take you. Right. Back over to this one. This is going to be the only vehicle we've got time to work on today. unfortunately. And then in next week's episode, we will be stripping that one down completely and then rebuilding it from scratch. So let's go on to here. I want to go part mount and put you on. It's very bright from that angle, isn't it? Yeah, that's better. And we can go over to there like that. Right, so I think that is everything. We do need to lower it down, and we need to put the radiator back in the front, and then we need to top up with oil, and I believe that's the whole lot. The whole shebang is everything done. So let me just zoom over there and go back to the radiator. We got the new radiator to go in, radiator A, and then a radiator fan housing as well. There's a new one there, and the actual fan. That one's to go in, and I think that's it. I think we're done, ladies and gentlemen. We have finished the job. So let me go there and go to oil fill. Now, this is going to take... This is a V8 engine, so they're quite spacious inside, I believe. So we're going to put quite a drop of oil in there, I reckon. Keep going, keep going. Let's try that for a minute. Where's the dipstick on this thing? There we go, oil dipstick. Okay, I think that's pretty close. That's pretty good. Let's bring that one down. I'm going to close the hood down. I have complete confidence in myself. So we go to car status. Body parts there is done. And on here, everything is done. Look at that. That is brilliant. Total payout, $14,298. A job bonus of $2,700. So let's finish that order. There we go. Kaboom. $68,000. We had, I think, in a region of, I think we've made like $8,000 on that job, because this one here cost us over $20,000 to buy. So this is going to be our next job. Let's just get this one up onto a stand. While that one's lifting up, I'm going to run over to the phone, and I'm just going to get an idea of what our next story mode is going to be. It's this one here. No, it's not. It's that one down there. There we go. I was on my way back from party, and I believe I might have hit a rather large pothole or something. Please assess the damage and make any necessary repairs. This car belongs to my father-in-law. Oh, that's brilliant. This car belongs to their father-in-law, and they borrowed it. They went out. They had... sounds like a little bit too much to drink, and then they destroyed it on the way home. Father-in-law is not going to be very pleased with that, is he? No, 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 no. Right, before we start taking anything off of that car, I was just going to take the wheels off. That was all I was going to do. I'm going to go through and I'm going to sell everything in it. We have a case. We've got something in there. First of all, I'm just going to go and... This is all just junk. This is all of it's junk. So let's sell junk, yes. That's got us $259, and yeah, we don't have anything. We just got this one case here. So let's open this one, yes. What do we get? And this is the case content, so I think you get this with story modes. I think you do. Quality +1, +1, and +2. Okay, collect items. We got a water pump V6C, a Rim Classic 03, power steering pump V8. Collect items. So the quality on these is higher, so it's plus, it does better performance or something. Power steering pump V8, and then Rim Classic 03. I don't know. Is that what we use on it? Well, that's definitely not Rim Classic. Oh, is it? I don't know. Oh, Rim Retro, that is. I'll take those off. I might just sell those bits that we got. I'm not going to take anything else off for a minute. I just want to look in here. Whoa, that thing pops up quick. What else was it that we got? We got a power steering pump V8, but actually, is it going to be the same thing as this one in here? Is that what we got? An alternator there. Power steering pump V8. Oh, ideal. We got a replacement for the one that we're actually about to work on. That is actually pretty cool. And then we got here water pump V6C. I think that's probably a different water pump though. Let's go here. Water pump V8 OHV. So it's a different water pump. So what I'm actually going to do, I think I'm going to sell it just to make it easier. That one there is one that will go on. These two, we're just going to sell them because I can't do anything with them. That's $78. We'll get there. I can't, like, put this into a garage. I can't move it. There's no way to, like, put that one on its own into storage. So if I take that one, I can sell that one for $44. So it's not actually worth very much. This one here would be $162. We're keeping that one ready for putting back onto this vehicle. So if you enjoyed this episode, then please head down below and give us a like, and if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me and get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. I'm just going to finish taking these wheels off, and then that'll be it. But you don't actually need to see this bit, do you? So until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.